So hello everyone and welcome along to our live webinar. And this time we are going to speak about finance and how we can utilize Lendlord in order to understand your financial finance products and options in order to refinance either a new acquisition or in order to raise capital from your existing portfolio. So joining me today, the team at Lendlord. Arye, co-founder, I will let you introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Arye. As Aviram said, I co-founded Lendlord with Aviram. My background is mortgage broking, and that's my general experience arranging mortgages in both the residential and buy-to-let mortgage area.
Thanks, Arye. Claire, that's running our growth team. I think.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, please feel to introduce yourself, Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire. I manage the growth side of the business and the bridging side. My background is fintech and payments, and I'm sure I know many faces in the group.
Thanks, Claire. And Simi, our managing the mortgage advisory team. Simi, please feel free.
Hi everyone, my name's Simi, as Aviram said. So yeah, I'm one of the mortgage brokers for Lendlord Finance. So I deal with all your inquiries that come through to our side. And
we have Sarel. He has a limited connectivity today. Sarel, that running the customer success team, is here as well. So feel free to ask questions. We will start with the demo. So you can put your questions on the chat. And we will answer if it's relevant to the topic we discuss, and in the end we will have a session of questions and answers, and then you can also write on the chat or just use the icon to raise your hand and ask the question. So the agenda for today, so basically we'll go over the Lendlord functionality to understand how you can use it in order to understand what financial products are now out there that can help you with new acquisitions or refinance. So we'll start with how you can discover which lenders are available for you for a new mortgage and which lenders are not, and what is the reason. Then how you can basically optimize the choice and get the best product that is now available. So we have a live feed. So basically you can see the live products based on your profile. Then we'll discuss how you can get notification if a new refinance opportunity arises, mainly due around your due date of if you have fixed rate products, so around the expiry dates. Then we will show you how you can apply online for a mortgage or remortgage. We have a fully digital process to submit the applications, and of course our team in the background will follow the process and will speak with you if needed, of course. And then we'll show you how you can track the mortgage application post submission. So basically you can receive the notifications about the mortgage application and what's going on right now from the lender side. And then in the end, we will have a session for questions and answers. This session we are focusing on mortgages and remortgages, although Lendlord also provides bridging finance. And on bridging finance, we act as the lender. We are not a broker. And if we'll have time, we will also show how you can see your options in terms of bridging finance and how you can apply. So okay, so let's start. So the first topic is how you can discover which lenders are available for your new mortgage or a remortgage. So I will go to the Lendlord account. Can you see the screen, everyone? Okay. So so just a brief overview about Lendlord. So we have three main sections in the platform. The first one is Invest. In the Invest part of the platform, you can source properties. So we have properties that are now listed in auction houses, online auction houses all around the UK. In the open market tab, you can see properties that are now up for sale from agents. You can see the details of the property. You can see the finance option currently here in this page is mainly in terms of bridging finance, and you can see the analysis of the deal based on the platform assumptions. The analysis are based on Claire and Saleh, if you can put me on mute, people that are not on mute, please. Thank you. So the deal analyzer, which is also part of the invest area in the platform, in the deal analyzer, you can analyze new property deals. You just need to put the address. You will get information about the property.
Avram, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I asked to mute, so I think that I got muted. Okay, so when you lost me, Simi?
Sorry, say that again.
Until what point did you hear?
I
You
would
were-
probably just start from, sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, that's all right. You were talking about the bridging loan analysis, deal analyzer. When you just click there, you click the mute at the same time.
Okay, thanks. Yes, Sumita. Okay, so on the deal analyzer, you can analyze new property deals, or you can also analyze your existing properties. So once you enter your address, you will receive some information about the property, and then you will have different sections to put data in relate to this property in terms of the purchase and also from the ongoing operating and the loan details. We had a webinar 2 weeks ago on that, and we will share the link on the chat. But the deal analyzer is an enhanced tool to understand your potential return before you purchase a property. You can also go to the postcode information. This is part of our premium plan, and get some data about the postcode, important data that can help you make better decisions. You can also get a report and export it as a PDF and share with others if you want to get more opinion on the deal. So this is the invest part. On the manage part, this is the place to manage your existing properties. So the My Portfolio is the main page. And when we speak about how to find out which lenders are available for you, basically it starts from here. So the first step in Lendlord is to put and enter the details of your portfolio into the platform. We have this window for adding property information. You can also use it for editing existing property. So it's separated by sections, so you can put all the details that you just need to store in each property, and everything now will be securely in the cloud available for you. For mortgages purposes, the main areas will be the general information about the property, of course, the mortgage details, and some of the property details. So it can be the property type, the activity, if it's an HMO, not HMO, and things like that. There is another easy way to upload data, and then, so if you maintain an Excel spreadsheet with your properties, you can just use the upload portfolio CSV and match your columns to the system, to the platform fields, and then upload several properties in a bulk. And then after that, you can just hover over any property row and just edit the data, tweak the data, and add more data. Okay, so after you uploaded and enter all the data about your portfolio, this is a time to understand your position with buy-to-let lenders. And here I will ask Simi and Aryeh, before I jump into how you can see it on Lendlord. Basically, this is the screen, available lenders. So Aryeh, Simi, perhaps Aryeh, you can start. What lenders we want to see before we speak about the property level? So if you are a portfolio landlord that owns 3 or more properties on your portfolio, then there is a meaning to your portfolio. So if you can elaborate on that, I think it would be very helpful.
Sure. For personal, for any landlords who own personal properties, most lenders, when you own over 3 properties, will look at the interest cover ratio for the overall background portfolio. Over the last few months, since interest rates have risen, it's actually got incredibly complex, which is why the information the site shows will be really useful to try and understand where your portfolio sits. So the more information you have on the site, the more accurate the outcome will be for you. So you can actually see how strong your portfolio is and how it may fit with the ICR. But I would say at this point, it's really important to speak to a mortgage advisor, to Simi, to actually stress test the portfolio to see what mortgages are available. And but the site will give you some indication.
Yeah, there are, I think, also other parameters that we look in terms of, let's say, the entire loan to value of the portfolio, exposure to
the loan to value is not as relevant. It just depends on the lender. But the strength of the portfolio is incredibly important, and more so now than ever before, because lenders are looking at the overall portfolio in addition to the single property that you're trying to mortgage.
Okay, thank you, Arye. On my portfolio, if you want just to get the data about the mortgages, you can click here on this tab, and you will have the customized fields, predefined fields that relevant to any lender or any broker. And in one click, you can export this to Excel and send it over. If you're not happy with the columns or you want to change it, just click on columns and you can select different attributes to this view, and then you can save this view. So this is a very useful tool in order to export the data from Lendlord. Okay, so after you enter the data, you took a look on the available lenders. This is now the time to understand how you can find the best product in any given time. So usually I would go first to the deal analyzer, because if you're going to purchase a new property, I would just put the numbers just to see that the deals stack up. So I would put the purchase price. Let's say that the property value is currently the same, the rental income, then the platform will complete all the other fields with defaults. But of course, then you can start tweaking data and see the potential return. Then click on finance this deal. So when you click on finance this deal, the platform will scan the market, and based on your profile, and when I say profile, is mainly your portfolio, but you can store other attributes that will help the engine to be more accurate. You will see results from buy-to-let lenders, and you will see the specific products that might be available for you. And at this point, you can start the process. Another way to do it is to go from the finance menu and click on mortgage remortgage. So in mortgage remortgage, you have a set of filters and who is applying to this mortgage. And this is important because on Lendlord, you can manage different owners. So on each property, you can put the percentage of the ownership of each owner. And also, if the property is owned by the company, you can put the company name, and then you can apply as a company and you will get different mortgage products. So in this case, let's say that I'm applying as James for a new purchase. This is a property value, the rental income, and I want to get 69% loan to value. I will need to fill all the other fields and click search, and I will get the results. I will also get the results from lenders that are not available for me for this specific case. and I will also see the reason why I didn't meet the criteria. Now, let's say that you want now to change who is applying and see if it will change the result. So let's say that Kate apply by herself. She might see different products. So I'm not sure, perhaps Kate is, I don't know if she, perhaps she's not a portfolio landlord, and then there are other products that are available for her. So it's important first on my portfolio to put all the ownership, you know what I will show you in a sec. Just click on edit, then on the third section is ownership. Here you can control who owns this property. If it's a private ownership, and then you can put the owners and which percentage each one of them own, or if it's a company, you need to put the company name, and by that basically you can also make the mortgage results more accurate. Now you can also check if you apply as a company. So just select the company button and click search. Then you will receive all the products that are available for a limited company. The results can be sorted. So you can order by initial rate, but you can also order by, let's say, fees. And I think this is very important point, and perhaps Simi, I would love you to hear your thoughts on that. So there is a game between the fees that you need to pay in the beginning of the period. It can be added to the loan, and the interest rate. And it also, I think that there is also importance to understand if it's a fixed rate for 2 years or 5 years. And because of that, we calculate the total cost for 2 years. So you can also order by total cost. So yes, Sim, if you have something to say about it, I think feel free to jump in.
Yeah, so each different product will come with its different fees, whether that's a valuation fee, the product fees. So if, for example, your preference is to add your arrangement fee to the loan, you can source it by that way. If you want a product with a free valuation, again, you can source it that way. What we're seeing quite a lot of at the moment is low rates with higher arrangement fees, but it does actually work out for you what's going to be the cheapest overall over that initial period. So don't be put off by the fees. We'll always make sure that we're sourcing it based on the most cost-effective product and what's going to be most save you the most over that initial period.
Can I just add, in relation to fees at the moment, the reason why lenders are providing options for much higher fees is because it allows for a lower rate. So they effectively make the difference by charging a higher fee, and you end up with a better calculation because the stress test is done on the rate you're paying for a 5-year rate, which is why 5-year rate outcomes tend to be better. So you're probably likely to be able to borrow more money by taking a 5-year rate with a higher fee than a 5-year rate with a lower fee. And that's just the way lenders are able to get you the better result, which is why we're seeing massive increases in fees.
All right. Thanks, Arya. Okay, so after you search and found the product that you like or you would like to proceed, you can start the process. But before that, I want to cover the next topic. So how you can get notified when a new refinance opportunity arises, and I will show you it based on the mortgage expiry date. So I will go back to my portfolio on the manage area of the platform. And then let's edit a specific property. I will go to the mortgage section. And when you enter the details about the mortgage, you need to put the rate expiry date. Now, once you enter the rate expiry date, the platform will create a reminder for you, and you can control the reminder from the settings. The reminders will be for basically for any date in the platform. It can be for the landlord insurance end date. It can be for the gas certificate end date here, or for the EICR next expiry date. So basically, you can get notified on any key event that is important through the life cycle of the property. And when we speak about mortgages, it's very important to be aware when is your expiry date, because after that, basically your mortgage will be, I think, immediately go to the SVR rate. Ari, correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, or the revert rate. So basically, this is
it's either or. It's either or. It just depends. You'll always be given the default rate that a product will go to, unless you have a lifetime tracker rate. That, I guess, is the exception.
All right. So bottom line, you need to be aware. So the way, in order to get alerted, is first define the date, and then if you go to the settings page, you can see the email notifications, and I want to receive due date notification before end date. So basically, you can tick the boxes and just decide if you want to get notified 90 days, 60 days, 14 days, 30 days, or 3 days before the end date. We also get notified after it was expired, and where you can see those notifications. So if you log in to the platform, you will see the notifications on the alerts sidebar. So here you will find notifications basically for any key event. It can be the Lendlord insurance, gas certificate, the EPC, but also for a mortgage product expiry date. So this is one place. The second place will be if using our app, you will get mobile notification, and if you and also an email with the alert that basically will notify you that this product is about to expire. And there is also another page that you can see all the key events. So if I go to the insights page, on the action required, you can see all the key events, and you can actually also start doing some action in order to take care of this event. Now, let's say that I have a mortgage rate switch to do in March, 5 of March, then the best way to do it, so let's see, the property is 5456 Great Portland Street. So I will go to the, you know what, let's start it from my portfolio. So in my portfolio, I will search for this property. Then I just hover over the property row, click on the 3 dots, and click remortgage. When I click remortgage, it will take me to the mortgage search with all the details about this property already filled in. If there are some missing details, the platform will ask you, it will ask me to put it. So for instance, in this case, if I want to raise more capital, I will put it here in this field. In this like specific event, perhaps the value was increased and there is opportunity to raise more capital. The platform will also know that this is a company ownership, so the company box will be selected. I will click search and I will see the products that might be available for me for remortgage. I'm saying might be because you will see that when you start the process, there is a stage that our team will assess the results and might recommend a different product. So this is the way basically, so to get notified and then to review your options for a remortgage. RES Simicler, if you want to add anything, let me know. If not, I will jump into the next topic. Okay, let's continue. So the next topic is how to apply online for a mortgage or a remortgage. So let's go back to this page from the finance in the menu to go to mortgage/remortgage. Then you will see the products. The next step will be to click on review your mortgage illustration. So using Lendlord, you can get a mortgage illustration. Usually it will be within 24 hours. There are times that it can be in 5 minutes. Other times it will take more time. It really depends on the backlog of the team. So if I can review your mortgage illustration, basically you are invited to start an application process. It's not obligated. It's not, you're not binding to anything. You just need to start entering data in order to get your mortgage illustration to review, and then you can decide if you want to proceed. So the first step is to see the product, click proceed. Then you will need to fill in the details that are important in order to the system to generate the mortgage illustration. If it's a company, some details about the company, about the directors. If you apply as an individual, details about the applicants, and you can add more applicants to this application. Then click next. There will be some questions. In this case, the platform took it from my portfolio that I own 16 buy-to-let properties. Then some questions about your credit history. Click next. And then once you click proceed, the application will be submitted to our admin system, and the mortgage illustration will be uploaded to your account. And here basically we'll receive the full process. So we can see the steps, what are the next steps in order to get the funds. So the first step will be to review mortgage illustration. You will need to accept the terms and conditions, and then upload the relevant documents. And then the advisory team will verify the submission and the product and the lender. And then if everything is okay and you want to proceed, you will be able to submit the application. We will now try to do this exercise. So Simi, let's see if you received the notification. Let's see if we can now generate mortgage illustration to this application, so we can show
Yeah, I'm just going to go on the system on my side where the inquiry comes through, and then I'll upload the illustration.
All right, no problem.
It's just loading.
So just to focus on where we are at now. So we are now speaking about how you can apply. So I just show how you can apply. And now we are basically speaking about how you can review and track the mortgage application process. So the first step after you submitted the initial details, the mortgage illustration will be uploaded to the platform. Simi, you found the specific
Yeah, I've just uploaded it, and then I'm going to update the process on my side, so you get the notification that your illustration's been uploaded.
Perfect. All right. So the next step is basically I will also receive an email that I can see, can review now the mortgage illustration. Yeah, I think that this is perhaps we don't want to show like a real mortgage illustration in this demo. So basically you will see here the PDF, and you can also download it to your desktop and review it. And then at this point, and perhaps here, Claire, you can jump in to discuss about the process, about how we engage with our users that apply even before they start as they submit application. What happens in this stage? Because usually at this point, someone will contact you, or you will be able to speak with someone or schedule a call.
So I obviously get notified as soon as Simi has uploaded an illustration, and I will always then call the customer to make sure that they've received the illustration and to see whether they've got any questions. If you have any questions, I will then schedule a call with Simi and yourself for you to get further information. And the reason for that is obviously because I'm not a broker, Simi's our broker, and she will answer any questions that you may have and take you through the illustration and go through it step by step. That's basically it.
Thanks, Claire. Okay, now after you review the mortgage illustration, you spoke with the mortgage advisor and you are happy, click proceed. You will need now to review our terms and conditions, accept them, and proceed to the next step. So the next steps is basically to upload the relevant documents. Those are predefined documents, but if the platform will require more documents, you will see them here. There is an option also to do it directly with the team, and someone from the team can upload it from the admin. Perhaps Simi or Arya, if you can speak about like what the importance of the documents, basically what we do with those documents, and basically this is the stage that we prepare the application to be submitted to the lender.
Yeah, so as soon as we get documents, we look to prepare your application to be submitted. The reason we work quite quickly on that is because any rates that we recommend can't be secured until we've received all the documents required by the lender. So the rate is at risk of changing at that stage. So the documents is really important. But, you know, if you have trouble uploading it or you need more space, you know, you can always contact myself or Claire and we talk you through either emailing documents to us, uploading them, you know, one by one. So yeah, it's really important to get the documents right, because as I mentioned, if we haven't got everything, we can't secure the rate.
Thanks, Simi. So Simi, if you can now, from the admin, let's say I uploaded the documents, everything is okay. So just take the step to submit application.
So that should now be at submit application stage.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So at this stage, you can see, review again the loan detail and submit the application. So click on submit application. The platform will progress your application to the processing stage. And basically here in the background, so it's very important to understand, although the process is like digital and you can start the process and upload all the documents even without speaking to anyone, at this stage, we are obligated, like this will be a manual stage. So the team, the advisory team will submit the application to the lender, but you will keep being updated through the platform through these steps. So Simi, just, you know, you can just, I don't know, take it to the underwriting stage. So at each, if you can see here, you have basically in like internal stages to this processing phase. So you will be notified when the case is now in underwriting, when it's in property valuation, when it's now on valuation review, our post valuation, final underwriting review. So basically, you should get notified on any step. And it's not just on Lendlord, you will also receive an email. So for instance, okay, now you can see that, okay, so initial agreement received. I can also download the agreement in principle. Can I open it? It's
yeah, it's just my name, don't worry, I changed it.
No problem. So I can see that the DIP, the AIP, sorry, the approval in principle, and everything is online. You will get also notified to your email. Then we are in the underwriting stage. See, perhaps you can also take it further and just let me know once if you can take it, I don't know, perhaps to either valuation review or final underwriting review. If we have questions, for instance, in the meantime, so I see Patrick asked, what documents will the lender require? Perhaps Arya, you can answer while Simi is processing, for contractors who don't have payslip or SA 300.
The answer is every lender will be different. Some lenders have a minimum income requirement and a tax computation will suffice, or SA 300s, you might get a P60. Company accounts, if you're a limited company, just showing evidence of company profit would be enough. So there really are, it just actually depends on the lender. And it could be a case of, and this is where the broking expertise will come in, that your income, however you work, may not fit one lender, but it will fit another lender. And I guess that's the job of a broker, to actually say, we can't go with one lender, but we can offer you an alternative. So every case is different, but we'll always try and accommodate the income requirement based on your situation.
All right, thanks, Arya. Okay, so while you were speaking, we completed the processing stage, and the application now is approved. So now the next step is to review your mortgage offer, and this can also be reviewed online through your Lendlord account. So at this stage, basically our mortgage advisory team will upload the mortgage offer for you to review, and you will receive an email notification that this has been done, so you can log into your Lendlord account and review the mortgage offer. Simi, let me know once it's uploaded.
Yeah, that's been uploaded. I've uploaded it and jumped it to review mortgage offer.
Perfect. Yeah. Try to see if I gave perhaps click again on the.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just going to do it again.
No worries, no worries.
It should be showing now.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So at this stage, you can review the mortgage offer. We just uploaded your mortgage registration with just a document. You can download it and click accept or decline. Of course, that at this stage, you will be in touch with directly with the advisory team, but just click accept to start tracking the next step. You can also always go back and review the document. Then what happens next, Simi, Arya? So, okay, I received the mortgage offer. What is the next stage, basically? I want to receive the funds. What happens next?
So the next stage, once your mortgage offer has been issued, is that it's sent to your solicitor. So this can take up to 5 working days for that to be received by your solicitor. And then the solicitor will be in touch with you for the next steps of the conveyancing. So if they need extra documents, if they need a mortgage deed signed, and at that stage as well, we continuously look to update you throughout the process until you complete, to make sure that everything is on track, redemption statements are received. So we'll also work in between you and the solicitor to make sure that, if there's something outstanding, we'll let you know, and vice versa. So yeah, post offer, we're on hand until you complete.
Okay, perfect. I think that you can now, in the conveyancing complete, you will be able to get your completion date. But just for this demo, Simi, I think you can complete this case. And I think basically this was like the way you can track your mortgage application. Before we go to the questions and answers, I want just to show you how you can apply for bridging finance. So yes, we completed this case successfully. You will receive notification. Another important thing, the next time you will log into Lendlord after you completed application here, you will receive a pop-up with all the new mortgage details. So if it was a remortgage or if it's a new acquisition, and then in one click, because you already have all the data here, you will be able to update the property with the new mortgage details. So you can keep track of your mortgages on an ongoing basis. Sorry, it's my kid. So you can keep track basically the data. Once you complete the case, all the details will be stored on Lendlord. And if it's a new acquisition, the platform will ask you to add the new property with the new mortgage details. So it's like one of the advantages to use a platform like a one-stop shop, so you can manage your properties, also get the finance. Now, just before we go to the question and answers, I want to show you how you can apply for bridging. So bridging is a financial product that can help you, I would say quicker to get access to finance. And there are also some cases that you're still not eligible for a mortgage because perhaps of the property condition. So you can use bridging finance, and here we act as a lender. So for instance, if you're now going to do a flip deal, buy to sell, so you're buying the property or buy to refinance, and then basically make it as a buy to let, you can use our bridging finance process. So it starts with the initial rate, but you should start the process, click proceed, then you will receive a quick questionnaire, start answering the questions. What is the estimated purchase price that you're going to put? Of course, the loan to value. Of course, as long as the loan to value is higher, the rate will be higher. And here it's important for the team to track your application and see if they can help. We also take into account the annual income, some questions about your credit history, and then after you answer all the questions, you can click proceed. Once you click proceed, basically the team that Claire is leading will receive your application, and we will ask you to fill in now more information about the applicant, if it's a company application or individual, in order to review your indicative terms. The indicative terms will be available online, but the underwriting team will review the application and can make changes to any side, and it can be changes in the loan to value, it can be changes in terms of the rate, and we have open communication. We look at ourselves like with flexible underwriting, not just ticking boxes. And I don't know, Claire, if you want to add anything to the process, feel free in terms of bridging finance. And just to emphasize that here we act as a lender, not as a broker. So basically, Lendlord underwrites the loans and lend the money in the end. Yeah, Claire, you want to add something about the bridging process?
No, I was just going to say it's a really quick, seamless process. As Avram stated, we are the direct lenders. We can get a case completed within 2 weeks. We deal with a lot of auction purchases, so we know the demand, and we know obviously that we've got to meet, the completion within 28 days or however long it is. And we just keep you updated throughout the whole process. If there's a delay on your side with solicitors or anything, you'll be notified by myself immediately. So we really, really do, communicate throughout the whole process.
Thanks, Claire. Okay, so I think that we are running out of time, but I think that we can spend a few minutes. The team, tell me if that's okay, but just to answer several questions. I think if we can pick up some questions, even if you answer on the chat, and just answer them. So
I think there's been a lot of questions about fees, when they're payable, what fees are associated with the mortgage costs. So just to cover the Lendlord fee, so we charge £495, and that's payable when the mortgage offer is issued, but we usually defer that until completion. Any valuation or application fees from the lender, which are separate to Lendlord, will usually be payable when we submit the application, and that's upfront. They're typically not refundable as well, but if the valuation, for example, doesn't take place, they are usually refunded. And then any arrangement fees from the lender, they can be added to the loan or paid up front, depending on your preference there.
Okay, thanks, Simi. Let's see if, okay, there is a question from Colin. Is the bridging reviewed as loan to value, possible value, or purchase price? All right. So we will look on the purchase price. Basically, this is like the starting point. But during the process, like after we instruct the surveyors, there is an inspection to the property and we get a valuation report. There are times that the value of the property is higher than the purchase price. In these cases, we will consider to change the terms. So basically the loan to value can be increased, but when we issue the terms, the heads of terms, we will need to base it on the purchase price, but post valuation we can make changes. Let's see if we have lender's arrangement fee can be added to the loan. So yeah, also with bridging, it really depends on the loan to value. So in bridging, there are cases that we will deduct the arrangement fee from the loan, and there are cases we will add the arrangement to the loan. It really depends on the loan to value and the exposure. Something is like in bridging, usually what we do is we capitalize the interest. So we don't service the interest month by month. So our exposure as a lender is basically growing toward the end date of the loan. And because of that, if the loan to value is high, we will usually deduct the arrangement fee. Okay, there is a question from Neil. Hi, Neil. I have a property on bridging finance with Lendlord. The renovation will be finished in about 4 weeks. I would like to refinance and use the property as a holiday let. It's in Cornell. Would I need an SA mortgage, or can I holiday let with a buy-to-let mortgage? So first, great news that the renovation is in a good progress. Simi, I will let you answer that.
Simi, I'm happy to answer this in relation to a holiday let, which is it's a very specialist market. It very much depends on your experience as a landlord, because I would say the majority of lenders will want the landlord to have some experience on holiday lets. The other issue is that there are not that many lenders in the holiday market, although it is growing, and I would say the number of lenders over the last year have probably grown from perhaps just as little as 2 lenders in the market to probably 7 or 8 now. So there is more activity in the market, and the rates for holiday lets have also gone down, but it does depend on your experience as a landlord.
Okay, thanks, Arya. So there is a question about rates. What is the typical rate for bridging finance? Say 100K for refurbishment, bridging for 12 months. So again, it really depends on the loan to value. And at Lendlord, we have, I would say, quite unique product. We call it dynamic bridging. So you will receive lower interest rates if you repay the loan early. So in bridging, our term will be for 12 months with minimum interest of 3 months. So after 3 months, you can repay the loan without any penalties. Now, if you repay the loan after 3 months, you will have very low interest rate. Then if you repay after 6 months, the rate will be higher. Then after 9 months, higher, and then after until 12 months, it will also be higher. But the 12 months range will be around, it really depends on the loan to value, but can vary between 0.7 to 7.5. It depends on the loan to value, and it can be around 1% or even more. Really depends on the type of the case, if there is the refurbishment, and of course depends on the loan to value. What can I say is that the rates are changing, like you see on the buy to let, that lenders are changing rates constantly, also with bridging. So if you see a rate now in our calculator or in fly provision, and you say, oh, it's too expensive, perhaps this week, like we had to increase the rates. Next week we will, if you submit the application, we'll see that the rates are perhaps different, more, but we are trying to be competitive. And the main thing is that we listen. So even if you submit an application, you saw indicative rate, speak with us, speak with the team. We can understand the case. Perhaps the platform, it's still like a computer, understood something was not correct. So while we speak, we receive the documents, we can make changes and we can understand the case. And if you have an alternative offer, we can also compete. We'll try to compete. Claire, if you want to add anything, feel free.
I just want to answer the question in relation to what documents are required for bridging finance. It actually depends on the deal, but most of the time it's very basic documents in relation to ID verification, the deal in question, what property you're buying, bank statements to prove the deposit, but we just want to see the feasibility of the deal rather than your personal financial situation. But knowing what's in the background in terms of existing properties and your existing portfolio really helps us, because the stronger you are as a bridging borrower, the lower the rate you'll achieve through the platform. So, but it's reasonably straightforward. It's much more straightforward than a mortgage application.
Thanks, Arya. How many lenders do you have access to for buy-to-let products?
Pretty much every lender on the market, bar perhaps 3 or 4. Not some lenders have restricted panels, but we're almost on every lender panel. And for the lenders that we are not on the panel for, I do not believe any borrower will be compromised because there's a comparative deal with one of the lenders that we're on a panel with. So I would say we are 98%, 99% of the whole UK mortgage market.
Okay. Thanks, Arya. Claire, I'm not sure if Sarel is still with us. If you can put the link.
I'm with you.
Okay, can you put the links again on? Okay, perfect. All right. So Ellen asked how you can contact us. Of course, you can use the links to schedule calls, but I think you can also use our chat when you online. If you have any problem in any area of the platform, or if you want to schedule a demo, and also if you have question about the finance options. All right. So let's see if we have any other question. Last thing I wanted to speak about is the Lendlord premium plan. And we have set of features that are available just for premium users. If you apply for a mortgage or for bridging, if you applied in the past and you want to get it, let us know, because it's quite new. It was old and now we stopped, and now it's we are doing it again. We offer 6 months free for the premium plan. The premium plan basically will allow you on the cash flow side of the platform to link your bank accounts, reconcile income and expenses to a specific property. So it's very important. Then you can use also automation. So you can basically define rules that this transaction should be allocated to this property and this tenant. And this basically will allow you to track the performance of the property. We use applied, regulated by the FCA. Lendlord is approved by the FCA to act as an agent for the open banking. You link your bank account in a secure way. We don't keep any of your credentials. There is a read-only connection, and you will receive the transactions every 24 hours to the transactions page. And then you just need to allocate the transaction to the relevant property. This is one of the features on the premium plan. Another feature is the watch list that we added it to the premium plan. So if you want to get, for instance, property auctions, add them to your watch list, and then you will get alerts before the auction date. So you can basically keep track your prospect properties. Another feature is the postcode information. So you can perform unlimited postcode searches. It's very valuable if you are an active property investor, but also if you want to understand what's going on in the area of your existing properties. So if you use the free version of Lendlord, you will have, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 searches per month. If you want to get more, you will need to subscribe. The premium plan now is £99 for the entire year and £12 per month. So we changed the prices. We want it to be something that anyone can afford. You will also have, if I go to the deal analyzer, you can also do it for your existing properties. You can estimate the property value based on several parameters and get an online evaluation. So it can provide you some indication about the property value. This is also part of the premium plan to get unlimited property value estimation, and you can do the same to estimate the rental income for the specific property that you analyze or for your own property. And if you use Lendlord on the My Tenants page, you can manage your tenancy. So you can put a date for a rent review. So you will get notified, you will get alert before the day that you want to review the rent, and then you can use the rental estimation and perhaps decide to increase or decrease the rental income for your tenants. So it's also very valuable part of the premium plan. Documents management is also part of the premium plan. We are working now on a new model that will make it even easier to manage all the documents that you need to manage your property business. So yeah, so feel free to subscribe to the premium plan, and if you apply for mortgage or bridging, you will be eligible to get 6 months free of the premium plan. Any last questions before we?
Aviram, can I just answer Peter's question? Is it true that lenders prefer to lend to a company with only one property within versus a company who hold multiple properties? Not necessarily. Sometimes a good background portfolio and experience helps, but having one property in a company is absolutely fine. Lenders will lend to a new company as well, so that's not a problem. Patrick has asked, can you add a property that's not on Lendlord to help get bridging for it? Yes. I mean, if it's not on Lendlord, we're happy to fund it. It's not a problem. Lucy, how accurate is the property valuation on Lendlord? It's you, Aviram, do you want to answer that? I think it's using an algorithm, so it will just depend on the quality of the data in the system and how many sales have taken place in the area within a certain period of time, and they use an index as well, but Aviram may know more about that.
I would say it's not 100% accurate. It can't be, but it's we use of course like an API, and we use our internal data as well, aggregated data. So it's not 100% accurate, but it will give you some indication about the price of the property. And then if you use I would use, by the way, both. So I will definitely run the property value estimation, but I will also go to the prospect information page to get more data about this postcode in general. And here you also have the price per square foot. So you can use the combination to understand where the price should be. But it's not inspection to the property. It's not a surveyor valuation. It's an online valuation. In some cases, it can be accurate. In some cases, not. I think the good exercise will be after you purchase a property, you and then run it and see the differences, or just run it on your portfolio. Go to My Portfolio, then you can just hover over any property row, click on the three dots, click on property value, and then estimate the value of your property. And then you can update it on Lendlord, so you can track the property appreciation of the entire portfolio. I think this is one of the strengths of using Lendlord. So then you can update the property value over time. And Lendlord keeps 5 years of history. So if you go to the portfolio overview, so here you can basically track the portfolio growth. So if you keep updating the property value every month, or every 3 months, every quarter, every year, then you can see the growth of the property value, portfolio value over the year, the equity development, the loan balance, etc. And you can also track it if you click on the property page icon for a specific property. A great tool, by the way, to track the performance of your portfolio is the interactive report, which we send every week, but it's also available from the manage menu. In the menu, click on interactive report, and here you basically get high-level overview of your portfolio. If you manage your cash flow, you can see some metrics about performance, which are the top performing properties on cash flow, cash on cash, yield, gross yield, net yield, and which are the worst performing properties. Some insights about taxes, the next reminders, and also you can review all the prospect properties that you currently manage. And then you can just go over property by property, click on the background here, the picture, and review this specific property. And here you can update the data. You can get the online estimation and update the property value. So it's a great, use the interactive report every week or every month. Just go review property by property. Okay, this is the value that I estimated last month. What is the value that I think it's worth now, and update it. And then it will keep your chart going up over the months. If there is a change in the mortgage, go to My Portfolio and change it. What is your current loan to value for the entire portfolio? And this is nice. You can see the performance of this specific property, and we compare it to the other properties in your portfolio. So you can see the ranking of this property in different metrics. So use the interactive report to keep updating your property portfolio. Any last questions that we have? Arya, Claire, Simi, chat.
Aviram, can you answer Tosin's question about sharing an affiliate link as a subscriber to share with others in the network? I'm not sure if that's possible.
So what you can do, but you should be careful. So you can use the team members from this menu, from the upper right menu. And in team members, you can invite others to join your Lendlord account. And of course, you can control it, and then you can remove them. But it's not a read-only, right? So it's in the roadmap. So currently, basically, if you invite someone to your Lendlord account, you will have permissions also to edit the data and review all the data. So usually users use it just if they use it with their partner or someone that they work closely to. So until we get it with permissions, just use it, carefully, and limit the time that you invite people to your account. This was the question. Did I answer it? Okay, I hope. All right. So I think because we are running out of time, we will end this webinar. And I want to thank first the team, Arya, Simi, Claire, Sorel, and thanks for everyone that joined us. Feel free to contact us. We put all the contact details in the chat. And of course, create your free Lendlord account. Feel free to subscribe to our premium. Feel free to apply for mortgages online or bridging online using Lendlord. And reach out, tell us what is your feedback. If you want to see more features, if there are issues, or if you need any help, please be in touch. So thank you, everyone, and we will see you in the next webinar, hopefully. Thanks.